You ready? Okay, I'm ready. All right, happy feast day, family, as well as happy Sabbath. All right, we thank the Lord for bringing us here on this joyous occasion. We ask that He bless us with a word and He bless our minds and our ears, that they be enlightened with understanding. All right, for those who don't know, I'm Brother Al. This is my reader, Brother Kevin, coming to you on behalf of the Vineyard of Israel in the name of the Most High God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, with a message today entitled Keeping the Peace, or Keeping Peace Within the Body. Keeping peace within the body. All right, this is a long walk, a long journey. Keeping peace within the body. Hold on. Keeping peace within the body, right? So this is a long journey, like I said before. It's a lot of different members that make up one body. So it's a lot of people that come from different backgrounds, right? They have different beliefs, and then we're trying to come into a unity of one. So with that being said, that means everybody's not going to see every situation the same way. But that's why we got the Most High as the head of the body. So we are all supposed to be following suit. But sometimes that don't always happen. So we need to be reminded. Right? Keeping peace is a process, what I come to learn. Right? It's not something that we just automatically know how to do. Right? It's something that's learned. And it's the body that's going to draw the fruits of the Spirit out of you. So if you don't have them, it's going to show. But the people that make up the body, that's who you need to exercise the fruits to the most. That's where your test going to come. All right? And number one fruit, you're going to have to exercise forgiveness. Because like the Lord say, offenses must arise. They're going to happen. So that's why you're going to have to be able to forgive. That's why forgiveness is so important. The Lord wrote it in the prayer. All right, He said, and He put it's contingent on you. Forgive us as we forgive our trespassers. All right? So you can't just sit up and not forgive nobody and expect the Most High to forgive. It don't. So if you harden your heart, hey, you just got to remember, whatever you do or however you feel about forgiveness, that's how He is. That's what you're receiving for Him. Whatever you mete out, that's what you're going to receive in return. All right? So keeping peace is a process. We're going to find out, like the Lord says, no peace to the wicked. All right? That don't mean things are not going to happen, but, the wicked man, it's always something with the wicked man. He always got problems. It's never smooth around the doorsteps of the wicked. They always have to be involved with something, always have to be making somebody else's life more difficult. That's what they do. All right? So we try not to walk down that path. So we have to learn how to keep peace. And a lot of times, some of this stuff the Lord have in here, it's uncomfortable. But yet it's the ways of peace. Peace resides with God. He's trying to tell us how to abide in peace. So some of the stuff is uncomfortable. Some of it we might not think, well, that ain't going to bring peace. But just try it. The Most High said it's going to do it. It's going to work. He wouldn't have put it in here if it don't seem common to us or it's confrontational. But it eliminates a lot of the middleman. One thing I learned about the Most High, He don't like everybody in everybody's business. He not down with social media. He not that type of God, right? Some stuff needs to be between you and whoever it happened to, right? He don't like motor mouths. He don't like, they can't keep no peace. Telling everybody business. Some stuff just not for everybody to know. Because you got to realize, sometimes you tell something to somebody else and you have the person that you told it to looking at that person through your lens. Instead of them being able to form their own opinion on the person, they looking at that person through your eyes. All right? And your eyes may not always be righteous. Fact. All right? The more righteous you think you are, the more you need to check yourself. All right? Because His soul is fragile. That's what He wants us to know. He don't want to lose none. And the cause of it, He going to get you. Somebody else did wrong, but what if you caused them to stumble? You think he's just gonna get them and not get you? No, he's gonna hit you too. So you gotta walk it's almost like walking on eggshells. We need it. We need it to be this tight because we're too loose. All right? You can't live your life. You gave it up. You wearing his name on the back of your jerseys now. So with his name, you can't just handle it any kind of way. And he didn't make you do it. You said, I'll do it. So you got to be willing to do what all comes with it, the territory. But at the end of the day, believe it or not, it's going to make for peace. It's going to make a better situation. It's going to make you a better person. So we're going to go over some of the stuff. I'm not going to hold you long. I know we're tired, but we're still going to get to the scripture. But first and foremost, let's see where the fighting comes. Let's pick me up at James, the 4th chapter. James 4. We'll start at verse 1. James 4. James 4 verse 1. You know, this is this ain't a sprint, it's a marathon. So we got to run our race with patience. We got to hold the Most High word over our own. That's the only way we're going to come out victorious. But James 4, pick me up at verse 1. Hearken to the scripture.
From whence come wars and fightings among you?
So is he talking about the government or is he talking about among the people? It say among you, right? That's among the people. So he said, where do fighting and wars come from among you? You need to know. Go ahead.
Come they not hence, even of your lust, that war in your members?
So he said they come from the lust that you have inside of you. The war you got going on in your members. This is where it comes. This is where it stirs up from. He wants you to know. All right, go ahead.
Ye lust and have not. Ye kill and desire to have.
That means you beat and cheat and you defraud your neighbor or your brother because of the desire that you have to attain stuff. Whether it be your position, whether it be money, whatever the case may be, whatever it is. It don't matter what it is, but the principle about it, you act the same way. He said you desire, you say you lust, but you don't have. You kill and desire to have. Did you read that part? I'm not getting ahead.
Yeah, I read that.
Okay. He said, and you still cannot obtain. So that should let you know, well, maybe I'm going about it the wrong way. But the wicked man is not going to consider. You're going to keep going down the same road. You're going to keep going, following your own advice, and it's going to take you down a trap. And it's never going to dawn on you that I still don't have what I'm lusting after. Because you steady going to be striving and pushing to get it, and it's still going to get further and further away. So you got to consider what you're doing. Go ahead.
And cannot obtain. Ye fight in war.
You fight in war amongst each other. It's even in the body and amongst the brethren. Right? That's not how it should be. You fight in war, we talk about each other, other people, but you won't lift up a mouthpiece to tell somebody, man, you did a good job. I admire what you do. You keep pushing. None of that is coming out of your mouth. But let them mess up. Don't you know he stumbled over thee? He's tripping. He didn't pronounce the A in war. Hey, get out of here. Right? Man, you can't bust a grape. You can't do what I do. You only think you can. You don't know more than me. You only think you do. Right? That's how people are. If you knew more than me, I guarantee you gotta have you up here instead of me. I guarantee you that. I can't even tell you everything. I don't even know what I know. But anyway, that's beside the point. He said, we fight in war and we still don't have. Go ahead.
Because ye ask not.
But look, watch how it is when you finally do ask. Go ahead.
Ye ask and receive not. Because ye ask amiss.
So you don't ask things according to God's will. Father, give me the gift so I can walk in my calling, so I can help uplift the body. No, this is you. Lord, I just need that new job. I just need that $5 increase. You know, that's you. Lust. See, but that's your will. That's your life. See, this is not a selfish walk. This is a selfless walk, but we've turned it into a selfish walk. And that's why we lust and fight and war amongst each other. Everybody is selfish. Don't say that to my child. Huh? Why you always, well, look at what they're doing. I'm doing them, treating them like mine. You cannot get mad. We one body, right? How is it that we can let your child get away with something the rest of them can't? You mistreat them. No. Correction is grievous to a fool. He said you fight. Get that last half of that verse.
That you may consume it upon your lust.
See? You just want it so you can prosper. But if you're a part of the body, God give us gifts for the edification of the entire body. So that's, long story short, what he's telling you is your focus is in the wrong place. You ain't seeking the kingdom first. You've been deceived. If you're seeking the kingdom first, you'll worry about the spiritual gifts, and you know, like God said, they can't lie. Everything else will follow. But when it's me, myself, and I, like the song say, you ask God for things so you can prosper. And nobody else can benefit them. What if the Lord did that? What if he did that? We all would be living to die with no hope in the world. But go ahead and read.
4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God?
See, that's our thing, friendship with the world. That's why we ask in regards to our lust. And that's why we don't ask for the spiritual gifts so that we can uplift the body. See, really, if truth be told, it's the body against the world. The war is against the saints. Ain't that what the Bible say?
Yes, sir.
The saints is the one that's being overcome. See, but that ain't our fault. That ain't my problem. I got mine. You don't got yours. If you have that attitude, that's not of God. How you got yours when your brother and sister struggling? How you call yourself a part of the body when the body got a schism? This is real life. People out here depressed. People struggling. Day to day is rough. But we only worry about us. Because you know why? We individuals. We individuals. So we kill and steal in the banner, under the banner of competition. We live like beasts. See, beasts live, they give way to appetite. See, man is supposed to work out rational and thought. You know, we ain't supposed to be like beasts, wanting to consume. But that's how we are. But that's what the word of God is for, to correct you, to get you off all fours and have you standing on all two. All right? To elevate you. Friendship with the world is enmity against God. Go ahead.
Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God.
That's right. And it's always going to be contention. You're trying to straddle the fence, you can't do that. You got to give it up. Make up your mind. Don't be double-minded. What else? What's the next verse say? Let me see.
Do ye think that the scripture say it in vain?
What did it say?
The spirit that dwelleth in us lusted to envy?
Yeah, the flesh is weak. Spirit is willing. The flesh always lusting. Go ahead.
But he giveth more grace.
To who?
Wherefore he said, God resisted the proud.
He hate the proud. And a lot of us wear it like a badge. Number one thing we get when we come to the truth is knowledge, and it puff us up. And we wear it like we already know everything in the Bible. And we ain't got a clue. I tell you no lie. We ain't got a clue. Go ahead.
But give it grace unto the humble.
That's what we give grace to. That's the benefit of being humble. See, to the world, humbleness is weak. Humbleness is salt. No, humbleness is strength. You got to have control of your mind and your thought process to be humble. You can't just pop off every time you get mad. That ain't humble. You ain't no changed person. You the same. Go ahead.
Submit yourselves, therefore, to God.
See, submit. That means His will over yours. I know you see that S word and you think, oh, why is that in the Bible? You know, it just means you give way to His will over everything. That's what the meek do. The meek gonna inherit the earth. The meek is fully set on submitting to God's will. That's the meek. If His will say something you don't like, oh, you know, I just gotta bite that bullet. And do it with joy. See, we don't know how to serve God. We serve God haphazardly and slothful and, you know, with doubt and with sadness and sorrow of mind, you know. I mean, how you gonna help us? We ain't coming to Him with joy and gladness. Just happy He gave us another day, you know, just simple stuff. We don't do that. But go ahead.
Resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
Yes, sir. Verse 10. Go ahead.
Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord.
What happened?
And He shall lift you up.
That's right. See, that we trying to lift ourselves up. We all in the way doing His job. So when you lift yourself up, the funny thing is, what goes up must come down. But when He lifts you up, that means you was already down and He elevated you to a higher spot. What else do it say?
Speak not evil one of another, brethren.
Man, see, we out and out. We can't get it until we get that right. We ain't no need of going no further. Huh? There's no point. We could get all the knowledge, but if we can't do the baby stuff, we're not gonna make it. Speak. Look how simple this is. Read that part again.
Speak not
What?
evil
Against
one another.
what's the problem? Why are we doing it? You got a different mind. You got the mind of the Antichrist. And then you sneaking behind each other back. If you're gonna speak evil, say it to his face. Say it to her face. Right? Don't go behind the back. If you're gonna speak evil, don't be a coward too. You're already speaking evil. Be a man or a woman if you're gonna speak evil. Right? Ain't gonna have time for this sneaking and stuff. That's what the devil do. He sneaking, he lurk to see who can, and then you doing the same. Who you think you are? You the devil. Go ahead.
He that speaketh evil of his brother,
What he do?
and judgeth his brother, speaking evil of the law.
See, that's the only way you can speak evil. You already done condemned your brother or sister. So you speak evil. So now you elevate yourself. Now when you elevate yourself, it's only a matter of time before you come down. But like he said, if you do that, you what? You will
Speak evil of his brother and the law.
and the law. See, you thought you was keeping the law, but you transgress. See, breaking the law is more than about breaking Sabbaths and feast days and dietary. This is the real stuff right here. Human interaction, that's the real stuff. But this is gonna test your heart. See if you more than a scribe or a Pharisee. This is gonna see if you godly or not, or if you listening or you obeying. So you gotta get past just keeping Sabbaths, just keeping feasts and dietary law. Muslims can do that. But that, are they gonna be saved? No. Demons. What make you more than a demon? But go ahead.
And judgeth the law. But if thou judge the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a
You
judge.
can't do them both at the same time. You're not a doer of the law, you're a judge. And I don't think the Lord gave you that title. We servants. What happened? Because look what he's going to say.
There is one lawgiver.
That's right.
Who is able to save and to destroy.
That's right. And it ain't us. We ain't get a law. He says one lawgiver who is able to save and destroy. Go ahead.
Who art thou that judgest another?
Who are you that judges another? See, it's contention come with this. It ain't no peace. Right, back up to Romans the 14th chapter. Back up to Romans, the 14th chapter. Pick me up at verse 1. Verse 1. Romans 14, verse 1. See, if we're going to be the body, we got to know how to get along. That's when he comes through with judgment. It's going to hit everybody. You don't want your labor to be in vain. 14 and 1, hearken to the scripture.
Him that is weak in the faith receive ye, but not to doubtful disputations.
You don't be condemning them. They just learning. And they willing. Right? Okay, you messed up. And if you stronger, like you say, you know, you supposed to bear his burden. Right? Go ahead.
For one believeth that he may eat all things.
Yes, sir.
Another who is weak eateth herbs.
Yes, right.
Let not him that eateth despise him that eateth not.
Mm-hmm.
And let not him which eateth not judge him that eateth.
That's right.
For God hath received him.
Go ahead.
Who art thou that judgest another man's servant?
And we so all servants of the Lord. It's not our business to be judging one another. If you see somebody in the wrong, you say you restore them with meekness.
Mm-hmm.
All right? You don't go and then talk about them and then talk to the next person about them. Like, nah, that's what we good at. That's wicked. And if somebody coming to you with that, you should stop them. Because if you listening to them, you condoning it. So you got to put an end to it too. Don't let them just keep coming to you with that, man. You gotta, listen, it's not really a day for me to hear that right now. If they doing it to somebody else, they'll do it to you too.
Mm-hmm.
All I take is opportunity. Go ahead.
To his own master he standeth or falleth.
That's right. What verse you at?
In the 4.
Verse 7. When you finish that.
Yeah, he shall be holding up, for God is able to make him stand.
That's right. He shall be helped. Right? God is the one that's able to help him. All right, or stand or outlast. Verse 7, go ahead.
For none of us liveth to himself.
That's right.
And no man dieth to himself.
That's right. Go ahead.
For whether we live unto the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And whether we die unto the Lord.
Yes.
Whether we live, therefore, or die, we are the Lord's.
That's right. We not each other's, we the Lord's. Go ahead.
For to this end Christ both died and rose.
This is the reason he died and rose. All right, come on.
And revived.
What happened?
That he might be the Lord both of the dead and the living.
Yes, sir.
But why dost thou judge thy brother?
Man. Hey, you know they've been doing it. That's why it's written. So when you come to the body, it's been the same old story. That's why it's written. This is over 2,000 years, or just about. And then you get down to this, 2,000 years later, it's still the same thing. Go ahead and read.
Or why dost thou set it not thy brother?
Mm-hmm.
For we shall all stand before the judgment seat of Christ.
That's right. So you got to worry about your issues. All right, go ahead.
11. For it is written,
What else?
as I live, saith the Lord, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to God.
Yes.
So then every one of us shall give an account of himself to God. Let us not therefore judge one another anymore.
Right.
But judge this rather,
What you want me to
that
judge?
no
right?
man put a stumbling block or an occasion to fall in his brother's way.
Man, that's big. Nobody put a stumbling block before his neighbor. Let's do that rather than judge. That's what he's saying. Verse 16. Go ahead.
Let not then your good be evil spoken of.
That's right. You don't want that. Let not your good be evil spoken of. What verse?
17.
Yes, sir.
For the kingdom of God is not meat and drink.
Oh, no, that's good. That's good. Wrong. Matthew the 7th chapter. You ever met somebody try to give good advice and it still don't come out right? It's because they didn't give it from the right spot. It wasn't sincere. That's why it don't come out right. I mean, I can understand once in a while, but every time, it's not coming from the right spot. See, when you gave it with judgment already. You understand? You didn't give it from a pure heart. You didn't give it with me. You didn't put yourself in the position. You was the lawgiver. So you the judge when you gave the advice. That's why it came out with That's why I produce strife and contention. If it's peaceable, it's going to produce peace. If it's genuine, it's not going to produce wicked fruit. That's not how it goes. The Lord talked about the good and the bad tree. It's not mixed. Like, that's the same way. Like, when it's pure and genuine, that's the fruit it's going to produce. When it comes from strife and judgmental perspective, the fruit is the seed is going to bear grain. And stop, don't be listening to everybody, because everybody always got something to say. 10 rules to the game, but I share with you too. Verse 1, no people going to hate you for whatever you do. Verse 1, go ahead. Verse 1.
Judge not.
I thought I was going to have to read it myself. Judge not, that ye be not judged. Huh? What that mean? That mean don't be judgmental, right? Because you done something too. You ain't walking perfect. You not eating out. Ain't no transformation going on. Come on.
For with what judgment ye judge,
What happened?
ye shall be judged.
That's right.
And with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you
It's
again.
coming right back around like a boomerang. Whatever judgment you give out, it's coming right back around. Go ahead.
And while beholdest,
And look, this is the thing about the judgmental person. They blind. They can't see they own fault. Watch what the Bible tells you. This Bible, this ain't me. I just can read it to you. Go ahead.
and while beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye,
Look, this is the words of Christ. He said, you see full well. You got them. You pinpoint them down. You see the beam that's in your brother's eye. But what else did he say?
but consider it not the beam that is in thine own
I
eye.
mean, you don't even consider. That means you ain't thinking about what you got going on that's wrong. You just ready to pronounce judgment. You got a beam in your eye too. It might not be the same thing, and that's why you can't see it, because you don't have the same transgression that the person you condemning do.
That's good.
So you're blind to the fact that you got a beam also. That's what allow you to take that seat. Go ahead.
4.
Mhm.
Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thine eye?
Let me tell you what your problem is. Go ahead.
And behold, a beam is in thine own eye.
Tell yourself what your own problem is. Tell me what your problem is first. Then you can tell me what mine is. That's it. If you can do that, I'll let you tell me. All right, go ahead.
Thou hypocrite.
What?
Thou hypocrite.
This Christ. He see you. Go ahead.
First cast out the beam out of thine own eye.
That's right. Sweep up under your own rug. And then,
Shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye.
then you can do that. In other words, worry about yourself. Make sure you got your issues together first. And then once you do, go to your brother or sister. You got to do it with me. You can't come any kind of way. You got to watch your words. You got to consider yourself. All right? You finished that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good. Back up to, we'll come back. Let's see who don't have peace. Isaiah 57. Before I forget this. Verse 19. Isaiah 57 and 19. Isaiah 57. Verse 19. Go ahead.
I create the fruit of the lips.
You do?
Peace.
Uh-huh.
Peace to him that is far off.
That's what the Lord do. If you sincere, he said, I create the fruit of the lips. Peace, peace to him that's far off. Go ahead.
And to him that is near,
And to him that's near.
saith the Lord.
Yes, sir.
And I will heal him.
That's right.
But the wicked
Uh-huh.
are like the troubled sea,
But the wicked is something different with them. They like the troubled sea. Right, go ahead.
when it cannot rest,
Mm-mm.
whose waters cast up mire and dirt. There is no peace, saith my God, to the wicked.
Now, it's crucial. Let's go to Jude. So let's just say this. Wickedness is not always equated with violence. I want you to see that. Wicked and violence, they go together, no doubt. But you can be nice and be wicked. It's not always just violence. But to the man, he said, no, it's no peace to the wicked. The Lord is letting you know, I'm the one create peace. I create the fruit of the lips. If you close to me or if you far off, if you sincere, I show you how to get it. Right? Peace is a process. I'll show you how to get it. But to the wicked, you're just like a raging sea. Trouble follows you. You stirring it up, right? All the time. Every time you come in through the building, people cringe. That's how it is. Jude, verse 3. Go ahead.
Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye should earnestly contend for the faith.
That's right.
Which was once delivered unto the saints. For there are certain men
that do what?
Crept in unawares.
Okay.
Who were before of old.
That mean they look just like you, right? Go ahead.
Ordained to this condemnation. Ungodly men.
Yes, sir.
Turning the grace of God into lasciviousness. And denying the only Lord God.
Yes.
And our Lord Jesus Christ.
What happened?
I will therefore put you in remembrance.
What about what?
Though you once knew this. How that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt.
Yes.
Afterward destroyed them that believed not.
I mean, ain't no one saved, always saved. You can be walking this thing for a minute, but once you let it down and give it up, you no longer considered righteous. Drop down to verse 10. Go ahead.
But these speak evil of those things which they know not. But what they know naturally as brute beasts, and those things they corrupt themselves.
That's right. See, the things people know naturally as brute beasts, he said you corrupt yourself in it. Go ahead.
Woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain, and ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward, and perished in the gainsaying of Korah.
What are they?
They are spots in your feast of charity.
See, they spots in your feast of charity. So they're among you. Right, go ahead.
When they feast with you.
When they what?
Feast with you.
What they do?
Feeding themselves without fear.
Without fear of God. Right? That's how they can make all the judgments. Go ahead.
Clouds they are without water.
That's how they don't consider your feelings. Clouds without water. They mean they useless. Right, go ahead.
Carried about the winds. Trees whose fruit wither without fruit.
That's right. That's why you don't produce no fruit. You're a tree that this fruit's been withered. Right? The Lord is telling you, when you with me, I'm a spirit, I produce fruit. The fruit I produce is love and joy and peace. Remember he's reading in Isaiah, said, peace, peace, I create peace, the lips of peace. Right? That's to the ones that's doing the will. That's to the ones that's striving and trying to obey the word and give it out like they receive it. Right? So he said, you a tree without whose fruit is withered. Go ahead.
Without fruit. Twice dead. Plucked up by the roots.
Twice dead. Plucked up by the roots. Go ahead.
Raging waves of the sea.
Remember, that's what we just reading in Isaiah. That's how the wicked is, like the raging sea. It's no peace. Stirring up the miry dirt and clay and all that. He said they raging waves. Who we talking about? We talking about the wicked. There's no peace. Go ahead.
Foaming out of their own shame.
Look at that. What else?
Wandering stars, to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever.
You don't want to be in that situation. All right? The best thing we could do is learn how to be peaceful. Matthew the 5th chapter. But like I say, we ain't born knowing the way. Once you learn the way, you turn aside, that's on you. And people will be able to tell because the fruit is going to follow the tree. It ain't like you getting away with something. Everybody know your works. Verse 1, go ahead. Matthew 5:1, go ahead.
And seeing the multitudes, he went up into a mountain. And when he was set, his disciples came unto him. And he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, blessed are the poor in spirit.
Blessed are the poor in spirit. See, this is opposite of pride. This means humble. Poor in spirit mean humble. Humbleness of mind. See, this you got to learn this because you haven't been taught this in this Western Hemisphere. You've been taught the pride of life. So we got to learn how to be humble. The only way we're going to learn is by the word. But it's going to take some pain, some struggle through your, some purging. Right, go ahead.
For theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
That's the goal, right? Is that the goal?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Blessed are they that mourn,
Blessed are they that mourn.
for they shall be comforted.
You know, everything is funny nowadays, ain't it? We always laughing and joking and playing and farting and everything, right? Everything is a joke. It's funny. But we in bad shape. We say blessed is they that mourn. Why? Because that means in order to get to the righteous side of the fence, you're going to have to go through some pain and struggle. So your laughing is going to be turned upside down. But he said the end result of it, he said blessed. Right? Go ahead.
Blessed are the meek,
Yes, sir.
for they shall inherit the earth.
That's right.
Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness.
That's right. Go ahead.
For they
Hunger and thirst. Look, you got to work. Hunger and thirst. You know how it is when you're hungry and thirsty? Only thing you can do is think about feeding that need. That's how it is with the word. Blessed are they that hunger. If you want, listen, he's telling us how to be blessed. This ain't just talking about, you know, when you hit the judgment seat. This talking about the here and now too. Blessed are they that what?
that hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled.
They might be.
They shall be.
What else?
Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy.
That's what he's telling us earlier. If you want mercy, you gotta give it. Transgressions is gonna come. Offenses is gonna rise. Right? But you gotta be willing to forgive. Go ahead.
Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God.
See, pure in heart meaning you don't operate with guile. Guile means you say one thing and in your heart you mean another. It's deceit. That's what it is. You're not pure in heart. You're deceptive, right? Go ahead.
Blessed are the peacemakers,
Yes, sir.
for they shall be called the children of God.
That's what we want. Blessed are the peacemakers. They shall be called the children of God. What verse?
10.
Okay.
Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake.
Man, that's not talking about just persecuted from sinners. It's persecuted from within too. But you know what he told you to do for them that despitefully you? He said, pray for them. Pray for them. Don't get even. Pray for them. See, that's what I'm talking about. You a Christian. You always coming with this soft, watered down stuff. Look, this in the Bible. This is an Israelite book. It's in the Bible. That's what I am. Go ahead.
For theirs is the kingdom of
You
heaven.
can't be too radical. Huh? I mean, I can get radical, but that's not how it is. You know, what you say, Kevin?
Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven.
Nobody can do that. He said, blessed are you when men shall revile you and persecute you and speak all manner of evil against you falsely. You got to be able to take it.
It's tough.
That's what they did to Christ. When he hit the cross, he ain't say nothing. But they lied on him. They beat him. They smote him. They mocked him. You know, they dressed him in Kangaroo King clothing, right? So he went through it all. But you know what he was doing? He's strong. He was bearing the iniquities of the weak. You the weak. That's what we gotta do. What you say? Read that again. Rejoice, he said.
And be exceeding glad,
What for what?
for great is your reward in heaven.
Yes, sir.
For so persecuted they the prophets.
Look at that. It ain't just you. Huh? So they persecuted the prophets, yes,
which were before you.
which was before you. So it's the same thing. I mean, it's coming. Get ready. Right? Let's skate out of there. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 12 right quick, then I'll get this one. 1 Corinthians 12. Ain't gonna take that long on this one. 1 Corinthians 12. See, we the body of Christ. Body is, it's family. Huh? Well, if you got a schism, that, you don't want no dysfunctional family. But that's what we used to over here. We think dysfunction is normal. But that's not normal. Verse 1, go ahead.
Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant. You know that you were Gentiles carried away unto the dumb idol.
Jump down to verse 12. Go ahead.
For as the body is one,
And
hath many members.
yes, sir.
And all the members of that one body, being many, are one body.
That's how we are. Ain't no two bodies of Christ. Go ahead.
So also is Christ. For by one Spirit are we all baptized into one body.
That's right.
Whether we be Jews or Gentiles, whether we be bond or free.
Yes, sir.
And have been all made to drink into one Spirit. For the body is not one member, but many.
That's right. The body ain't one member. It's a whole lot of members. Go ahead.
If the foot shall say, because I am not the hand, I am not of the body.
And that's what we got. Well, if I can't do this, I don't want to do nothing. Well, you know why you're going out, because you wasn't with us anyway. You weren't with us. That's why you're going out. Go ahead.
Is it therefore not of the body? And if the ear shall say, because I am not the eye, I am not of the body. Is it therefore not of the body?
Still gotta play your part. That's all we saying. Play your part. Stop envying what your neighbor got. That might not be good for you. You might not be able to walk therein. Right? Because the God know. He know his body. Just like you know your body. He know who can do what, who can handle what. You just need to sit down and follow suit and play your lane. If everybody stay in their lane, this body gonna work to perfection. There ain't gonna be no weaknesses. But if one person get out of pocket, you're gonna have that limp, right? But go ahead. I mean, one of your legs longer than the other, right? But go ahead. Just saying. You walk. But I ain't gonna do it. But go ahead. If he taking so long to read, he got me out here like this.
Like, if the whole body were an eye, where were the hearing? If the whole were hearing, where were the smelling?
That's right. Just imagine if your whole body was an ear. You know what I'm saying? How would you smell or see? Go ahead.
18. But now had God set the members, every one of them in the body.
So you don't believe that? You don't believe. This who said them? Everybody chose their own thing.
No, sir.
What happened?
God set the members, every one of them in the body, as it had pleased him.
So that's who you really speaking against. Because he the one set the order. He the one built the structure. You think you're speaking against the man, or you think you covered in the gift that the other person has. But you really speaking against God. What else?
19. And if there were all one member,
Yes, sir.
where were the body? But now are there many members, yet but one body.
That's right. Many members, one body, and every part is needful. Go ahead.
And the eye cannot say unto the hand, I have no need for thee.
That's right. You can't say, I don't need you. Go ahead.
Nor again the head to the feet, I have no need of you.
Yes.
Nay, much more those members of the body which seem to be more feeble are necessary.
That's right.
And those-
just because it seems to be more feeble to you, it's still necessary. Right? Now he's going to tell us how to deal with the parts that lack. Go ahead.
And those members of the body which we think to be less honorable, upon these we bestow more abundant honor.
That's right. Basically, you got to bring them up to a good operating standard. All right? You don't leave them behind. You don't talk down on them. You don't judge. You don't kick them. You say bestow more honor. That means you bring them up to speed with the same thing that brought you up to speed. Love and joy and peace and long-suffering and gentleness and knowledge. Right? You don't leave that person behind. It's like being in a war, right? Ain't no soldiers, no good soldiers finna leave they buddies behind, right? If they shot and injured. Leg blown off, you leaving them. No, we don't do that. He said you bestow more honor upon him. Go ahead.
And our uncomely parts have more abundant comeliness.
That's right. Well, because the priest said the parts that's come, you got more. So you got more to give, so more is required. All right, go ahead.
24.
Mhm.
For our comely parts have no need, but God had tempered the body together.
Yes, sir.
Having given more abundant honor to that part which lacked.
That's what. That's right. Giving it more honor to the part that lack. So you got to be gentle with the lost sheep. Go ahead.
25. That there should be no schism in the body.
He don't want no schism. So you give the part that need the most help, you give them the most help. So that there be no schism in the body. Because look what he about to tell you. Go ahead.
But that the members should have the same care one for another.
You know what this means? Love your neighbor or your brother as yourself. That's what it means. That's the whole fulfilling of the law. If you can't do that, there's no way you're going to make it. There's no way. Look what, read that again.
That there should be no schism in the body, but that the members should have the same care one for another.
This finna hit hard right here. Go ahead and read.
And whether one member suffer, all members suffer with it.
Nope. That's a lie. We good over here. We good. How you good? You all one body and somebody ain't doing well. Somebody need help and you just sitting back, relaxing. That's not godly. You're not good. If we truly a family said, when one member suffer, who else suffer?
All the members suffer.
We don't have that mind. We don't have that mind. How you gonna come back for us? If we don't have this mind, how you gonna come back for us? Go ahead.
Or one member be honored, all the members rejoice with it.
Oh no. You know what you just heard? When one member rejoice, go on and hate on them. Huh? That's what we do. Go on and hate. Why you got that car? What you mean? What do it matter? You riding, ain't you? You're supposed to rejoice with them. See, but if you don't love people like yourself, once one person get happy, you gonna start to look at them sideways. You got hate in your heart. You wicked. You got hate in your heart. Bitterness done sprung up within you. But we in captivity. It's hard enough for anybody to do good. We all should rejoice together. If we just get any one thing good, anybody just get something good. Everybody should be praising God because that's where it came from. But that ain't what we do. You looking at them with contempt. Smacking your lips. Side eye. You a hater. You bitter, baby. You bitter. How God gonna bless you?
Can't do it.
You can't even be happy for your brother and sister. How he gonna bless you? You know what you gonna do? Seek blessing elsewhere. You know what that blessing gonna produce? A trap for you. Might not be able to come back. It's serious business. It's serious business. You finished that?
Yes, sir.
He said, once one member rejoice, all of us rejoice. When one member suffer, we all suffer. All right, let's back up to Matthew 18th chapter. I'm taking too long on this one.
That's good stuff.
We only got 3 scriptures in 50 minutes. Matthew 18, verse 11. Well, let's do Matthew 12 first, then we'll hit that 18. Matthew 12. Hold your spot in that 18. Matthew 12. Verse 46. The body is just another word for family. Matthew 12 and 46. Hearken to the scripture.
while he yet talked to the people,
This is Christ. While he was talking to them people.
behold,
Mhm.
his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him.
That's right. This is physical family, right? They desire to speak to him. Go ahead and read.
Then one said unto him,
Uh-huh.
behold thy mother, and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee.
They desire to speak to you. What he say?
But he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother?
Uh-huh.
And who is my brethren?
That's what he want to know. He finna tell them who his real family is. Not that they not his real family. But what he finna show you is that the spirit is deeper than the blood now. That's what he finna show you. Go ahead.
49.
Mhm.
And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brethren.
To his disciple. What about him?
For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother.
See, we too busy trying to make sinners our brothers and mothers and sisters and daughters. He said, who is my mother? So you got different mothering and brothering in Christ?
Hmm?
Huh? You do. He telling you who his real family is. He said, the ones that do the will of my Father which is in heaven. What?
The same as my brother and sister and mother.
That's who my mother. That's who my family is. See, that ain't how we look at it. We individuals. We ain't family, we individuals. Schisms in the body. See, when you like that, you can't produce the type of church they had in the first century. In Acts the 4th chapter, they had nobody lacked. They put it on their mind. We're gonna make sure everybody's taken care of. Matthew 18. What make that so even more tough is that they said during that time that they was the first century church was just kicking off like that in Acts 2 and Acts 4. Nobody was without. They said there was a recession. It was a recession. And the people with more still sold their stuff. So that the other people that had less can be okay. See, that's what he's coming back for. If you're an individual, you'll never make it to that level. You know what we think? The church is the building. That's why we have attitudes like that, like we do. If this building shut down tomorrow, it shouldn't even matter. It shouldn't even matter, but it does. You know, 90% of people stop coming. Like, now we gotta have church outside, y'all. Oh no, it's hot. No, sir. The church is the people. The body is the people. It's the family. If we had to get in each other's house, it shouldn't matter. We in bad shape. Matthew 18, verse 11. Well, we're finna get into some situation here that's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's to produce peace. Right? Go ahead.
For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost.
That's right, that's us. We was lost. Once lost, now we found. He said that's what we come to say. That which was lost, go ahead.
How think ye? If a man have 100 sheep, and one of them be gone astray, that he not leave the 99 and goeth into the mountains and seeketh that which is gone astray?
That's the truth. Go ahead.
And if so be that he find it, verily I say unto you, he rejoiceth more over that sheep than of the 99 which went not astray.
All right, what else?
Even so it is not the will of your Father which is in heaven, that one of these little ones should perish.
But that ain't his will, that we perish. But we want to. You want to perish. But he giving us every opportunity. So if we perish, it's on us. Go ahead, this is what we want.
Moreover, if thy brethren shall trespass against thee,
Yes, sir.
go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Look at that. This is big. This is the problem we have. Because everybody got a problem with somebody, but everybody holding it inside. Nobody said, Pete, you sit next to somebody, they don't even know you mad at them. They don't even know you got a problem with them. But you're supposed to be keeping the scriptures. I'm going to show you why he told us this in a minute. If somebody got a, or even if you perceive they got a problem. Why? Because we need to iron this out. We need peace. We don't need schisms and hiccups. Right? He said, if thy brother trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between you and him alone. Y'all two only. And what else?
If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
That's big. If he hear you, y'all sit down, y'all reason together, and you hear, you come to a decision, he said, you done gained them. Versus gaining an enemy, you done gained a brother. Right, go ahead.
16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee 1 or 2 more.
See, if you got a problem, don't come to pastor. Don't come to sister so-and-so and brothers. No, go to the one you got the problem with, so we can squash it and keep moving. That's how you do it. That's how you get it over with. And nobody else even know y'all had a problem. Nobody be in your business. No, they won't even know. Right? He said, but if they won't hear you, then what happened?
Take with thee 1 or 2 more.
And?
That in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established.
Okay, so take 2 or 3 witnesses if they won't hear. After that, what? And see, this is a process. Keeping peace is a process, what I stated earlier. Like, it ain't automatic. It's steps and levels, right? And this is how he's telling us to keep peace between each other. Go ahead.
And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church.
That's after you have exhausted the other part of the process. Then tell it to the church, yes?
But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican.
He said, if he neglect to hear the church, just go on, let him be as a heathen man and a publican. Go ahead.
Verily I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall bind on earth shall be
bound. No, I don't want that. That's good. That's good. Hit me with Leviticus 19 real quick, verse 18. This is why he wants you to do that. Leviticus 19. Go ahead.
Verse 1.
No, verse 18. I didn't tell you what verse. Leviticus 19. Leviticus 19, verse 18. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudges against the children of thy people.
See, that soft stuff Christ was talking about, this is where it came from. It came from the law. See, this is why you got to go to the person and tell them the problem between you and him. He said, because we don't need you to bear no grudge against any of the children of thy people, but
thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Say what?
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
You just squash it and get it over with. All right? Squash it and get it over with. Matthew 5. Verse 21. I mean, just hit me at verse 21. That's good. Go ahead.
Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
Look at that. Check your attitude. So what if they close better? That don't mean they're a better person. That don't mean there's no valid reason to hate them. Huh? The mind be playing tricks on them. That's why I just threw that clothes thing out there. Just for any little thing, right? Not no valid reason. He said, whoever's angry with his brother without a cause is in danger of the judgment. Go ahead.
And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakar, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hell fire.
Wow. What else?
Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there rememberest that thy brother had aught against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar.
So he said, you bring your gift to the altar, you know your brother got a problem. He said, leave your gift at the altar. It ain't been accepted yet, but go ahead.
And go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother.
First, be reconciled. Fix the issue first. Everybody wants they offer accepted. But you need to fix the problem between you and your brother first. You do not want to go to judgment with that on your back. This is to keep peace in the body. All right, go ahead.
And then come and offer thy gift.
Then, he said, come offer your gift. Right? Luke 18. Luke 18. Verse 29. So he give us the body and the family. It's a gift. Not a curse, it's a gift. Go ahead.
What verse?
Verse 29.
And he said unto them,
What did he say?
Verily I say unto you,
Truly I say unto thee,
there is no man that had left house, or parents, or brethren, or wife, or children, for the kingdom of God's sake.
that's right. That's no man that done deserted his family, for the kingdom of God's sake, and should not be repaid. All right, but go ahead.
Who shall not receive manifold more in this present time?
When?
In this present time.
He said he reward you more in this present time. So more than you left. You get a greater reward now in this present time. Go ahead.
And in the world to come.
Yeah, that's why he said, my mother and all my brethren is them that do the will and hear. The ones you left, you're supposed to gain more. Gain more than you lost. See, but it's hard when we individuals. It's hard when we got problems. It's hard when we got. It's hard when nobody want to even be the bigger person. Want to keep peace. Want to make peace. It's hard. But the Lord give us the body for. It's a gift. Romans the 15th chapter. Romans 15 and verse 1. Romans 15 and 1. Hearken to the scripture.
We then that are strong are to bear the infirmities of the weak, and not to please ourselves.
That's true. We trying to please ourselves. He said you got to bear the infirmities of the weak. This part of the walk. Ain't no way around it. Go ahead.
Let every one of us please his neighbor for his good to edification.
I told you this was a selfless walk. Let everyone please his neighbor. If everybody did it, you wouldn't even recognize you pleasing your neighbor first. It'll be coming right back around to you. You ain't losing nothing. See how we think we losing something? You ain't losing nothing. You gaining. But go ahead.
3. For even Christ pleased not himself.
Look at this. This the head of the body. This the one supposed to be following. He said even Christ, he didn't please himself. Basically, you know what the question is? What are you doing? What you doing? What else? What verse?
Middle of 3.
Okay.
But as it is written.
And as it is written.
The reproaches of them that reproached thee fell on me.
Yes, it did. Yes.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
See, that's why we read these scriptures. All this was written before we was born. It's written so we can learn how to walk that straight and narrow. We don't know how to walk. We just jumped in the water and then we start veering off track. We start going off our own understanding, how we feel. Don't feel nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's, your feelings gonna get a lot of us cut off. Because what you feel ain't according to the will, majority of the time. Go ahead.
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
That's right. That we through patience and comfort of the scripture might have hope. Yes, sir. Is that verse 4?
Yes, sir.
I don't want no more of that because I'm getting too deep. Matthew 18, verse 21. Matthew 18. Verse 21. Hearken to the scriptures.
Then came Peter to him and said, Lord,
Yes, sir.
how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times?
You know, because some people just got a problem. They just habitual with it. Right? He like says, so he want to know. It's got to be a cutoff point. What he thinking? Go ahead.
Jesus said unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but unto 70 times 7.
And that don't mean you add the number up and that's all the time. Because some people done said that to me before. It's like 490 times, right? No, that's not what he's saying. He just threw the number way out there. Right? Because you know, Israel is crazy. Because they'll be like, after 491, that's it, bro. I'm tired of you. You know, but that ain't what he told you. He just told you every time he asked for it. Is that what he said? Read that again.
I say not unto thee until 7 times, but unto 70 times 7.
70 times 7, yes.
Therefore is the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king,
No, this, okay. We'll go ahead and finish that and we'll escape.
which would take an account of his servants.
But he said unto 70 times 7. Basically just threw the number way out there. Right? That means however many times he asked for forgiveness, you forgive him. Every time he asks. Some people, they don't even ask. They ain't remorseful. Then the more you just pray for and go on back to business. Right? Let's back up. Proverbs 27. You know, Israel running around forgiving people that don't even ask for forgiveness. And the ones that do, they wouldn't dare. 27. Verse 5. Gotta be true and genuine in this thing, right? Verse 5, go ahead.
Open rebuke is better than secret love.
See, something we needed during the walk. But it gotta come from a pure heart. Open rebuke, you need it. It's better than secret love, right? Go ahead.
Faithful are the wounds of a friend.
See? If they love you, they're gonna tell you the truth, even if it hurt. Because it's better that you hear it from somebody that's near and dear than you hear it from a stranger. Now you're looking at, you've been knowing that all the time, you ain't even tell me. Now it hurt more coming from the outside. It said, faithful are the wounds of a friend. They really doing it for your benefit. All right? They ain't doing it to hurt you. All right? Some people do it to hurt you. Like, that's not their intent. Their intent is to help. So they wounds are faithful. Go ahead.
But the kisses of an enemy are deceitful.
That's right. The kisses of the enemy are deceitful. They pretend like it's for your good, when in reality it's for your demise. But your friend gonna tell you the truth, even if it hurt. Right? Proverbs 11. Matter of fact, Leviticus 19, then we come back to Proverbs 11. Some stuff you gotta weed out. Leviticus 19. Leviticus 19, 16. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer.
Uh-oh. Remember, the goal is to be keeping peace within the body. If a situation happens between you and another party, You handle it or you deal with it. You don't have to tell everybody what happened. No, you don't do that. You create problems. Even if it's the truth. Right? Because now somebody else gonna view that person from your lens. When they could have just had a bad day or a bad incident. You don't do that. This is what the Lord says, thou shalt not, because He's giving instructions to the body. For it to be peace and harmony, right? Don't go up and down as a talebearer among thy people. Yes.
Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
I am the Lord.
What else?
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
See? You shouldn't hate him in your heart. You shouldn't hate him in your heart. I'm sure you why. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him.
That's right. That's the faithful wounds of a friend. What verse was that? 18?
That was 17.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
You're reading it again. This is the truth. Go ahead.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord.
As yourself. Why? Because it's only one body. You are a part of the body. So it should be the same type of love. You love yourself, you love the next man. Hebrews the 12th chapter. We're going to come back to that talebearing. Because we got to learn what it looked like. But first, he said, don't hate your brother in your heart. Verse 14. Hebrews 12 and 14. Go ahead.
Follow peace with all men and holiness.
Yes, sir.
Without which no man shall see the Lord.
You have to follow after holiness. That means you letting it lead you and you following it. He said, without, you're going to make it in the kingdom.
No man shall see the Lord.
Oh, that's your mindset. I can still get in.
No man shall see the Lord.
It's only one little thing.
No man shall see the Lord.
It's no big deal.
Without holiness, no man shall see the Lord.
Follow peace with all men. Blessed are the peacemakers. Be right back to that. Go ahead.
Looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of God.
Look, you got to look out for your soul diligently. Lest at any time you fall from the grace of God. And watch what happens.
Lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you.
Look at that. I'm going to take a little bit of bitterness to spring up. Remember he told you don't hate your brother in your heart. A little bit of bitterness spring up in your mind and do what?
Trouble you.
And
thereby may be defiled.
And
many be defiled.
And you defile your whole body. Your whole soul. Your whole being. Look what else. Go ahead.
Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Look, for that one little piece of bitterness, don't give up your birthright. Don't give up your inheritance. Go ahead.
For you know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance.
Yes.
Though he sought it carefully with tears.
That's good. Be aware of your words. Proverbs 11. Words are a weapon. If you use them good, they are a spring of life. If you use them with no regard, it's just like a two-edged sword. Proverbs 11, verse 13. Proverbs 11, verse 13. Go ahead.
A talebearer revealeth secrets, but he that is of a faithful spirit concealeth the matter.
That's right. That's one thing a talebearer does. Tell secrets. But somebody that's faithful, they conceal it. They hold on to it. Remember he told you don't walk up and down as a talebearer. See, we don't know how this look. You know how I know we don't know how this look? Because once you get on this, you forget everything. All this little low information go out the window. You start telling stuff to people that don't have nothing to do with it. You figure, okay, I'm just only talking to mom or dad. Yeah, but they ain't got nothing to do with what happened between you and James. Proverbs 18. This kind of behavior you gotta get away from. Because it only gender strife and contention. Ain't no peace. See, we can tell secrets, but we can't rejoice with the people that rejoice. Verse 8, Proverbs 18, verse 7. You ready? Go ahead.
7.
7. 6 since you asked. Go ahead and get 6 since he asked. You want to ask some more? Go ahead.
A fool's lips enter into contention.
So somebody tell me something important about a fool.
Say in his heart is no
A
God.
fool say in his mind, there is no God. So therefore his actions produce those type of works or behaviors in the person. So he said a fool's mouth is contention. Right? Go ahead.
And his mouth calleth for strokes. A fool's mouth is his destruction.
That's right.
And his lips are the snare of his soul.
He gonna get whatever the words of his mouth gonna entrap him eventually. Go ahead.
The words of a talebearer are as wounds.
What you mean?
And
Go ahead.
they go down into the innermost parts of the belly.
They hurt. Imagine you done told a secret to somebody and you hear your same secret 5 people down the line. And you know I only told one person. Now how you feel about that one person? If y'all was best friends,
Lack of trust.
that done changed. That's why we can't have it in the body. We're trying to build up trust. We're trying to build people. We're trying to come together, right? Like the ligaments. Ain't no room for this. Read that again.
The words of a talebearer are as wounds, and they go down into the innermost parts of the belly.
That even can separate chief his friend. Right? That's why I said don't do it. He hate that. Luke 12. I think this is verse 1, but I ain't too sure about this handwriting. I might have to read over it. Luke 12. You know how you got that pen that's kind of gelish? If you don't pick it up off the paper to drag, you don't. That's what, okay, y'all don't write no notes. Talking to myself. Luke 12 and 1. Y'all got it right. Luke 12 and 1. Hearken to the scripture.
In the meantime,
Hold on, but I'm mad because y'all act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about, though. You know full well you done did that before. You ain't gonna try to act like you ain't there. Not me. I'm holy. Right? You did it.
damn it.
All right? Verse 1. Luke 12 and 1. Don't leave me out there by myself like that. Go ahead.
In the meantime, when there were gathered together an innumerable multitude of people, and so much that they trod one upon another, he began to say unto his disciples, first of all, beware ye of the leaven of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy.
The leaven of the Pharisees is filled with hypocrisy, but you know, you got to be weary about what you feel with, what you're teaching, what you giving off, right? How you know, what words you speaking. Go ahead.
2.
Because remember, we was talking about talebearing. This is what we want you to know. Go ahead.
For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed.
What?
Nothing covered.
Sooner or later, it's going to come out. You're going to be exposed. So you need to know. Once I tell this secret, it's coming back sooner or later. See, if you know that, you might be more reserved. Right? Go ahead.
Neither hid. That shall
not hid?
Yes, sir.
What happened?
That shall not be known.
What? Wonder how everybody always find out. Go ahead.
Therefore,
What happened?
whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light.
Wow. That's the truth. Go ahead and read.
And that which ye have spoken in the ear in closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops.
It always work out like that. That's why he tell you, don't do it. Back up to the 8th chapter of Luke. Luke 8, verse 17. Luke 8, verse 17. Hold on. Go ahead.
For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest,
That's right.
neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad.
That's right. He said, basically want us to know whatever's done in the dark gonna come to the light. So our true ways, our true intentions eventually gonna get exposed. That's why you better let your yea be yea, your nay be nay. Be true. You know, be true to who you are. Nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be made known. That's why we gotta love thy brethren as thyself. Matthew 22. Verse 36. Go ahead.
Master,
Yes, sir.
which is the great commandment in the law?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus said unto him,
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart. And with,
Everybody want to know.
Mhm.
Because if we can get away with just doing some, please tell us that.
Mhm.
Well, they came to him tempting him, right? They said, which is the greatest commandment in the law? What did he say?
Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart
Mm-hmm.
and with all thy soul
First and foremost, yes, his will over yours. Go ahead.
and with all thy mind.
Yeah.
This-
Whoa.
Hmm?
Well, with all your what?
Mind.
Guilty.
Mhm.
Go ahead and read.
This is the first and great commandment.
Mm-hmm.
The second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
That's hard, ain't it?
Mhm.
Now we make it harder than what it have to be. We make it harder than what it have to be. Galatians 6 and 1. I got one more after this. Galatians 6. Look. Pick me up at 5 and 25. Galatians 5 and 25. Go ahead.
If we live in the Spirit,
Mhm.
let us also walk in the Spirit.
Yeah, that's how we're going to get that peace. Live in the Spirit. Let's walk in it.
Mhm.
Whatever the Spirit tell us to do, whatever the Word tell us to do, let's follow suit. That's how we're going to get that peace. The Word done told us not to talebear. Right? The Word done told us to love our neighbors ourselves. The Word done told us blessed is the peacemaker. The Word done told us if we got a problem with a person, go to the person. The Word is telling you how to make peace. The Word is leading you on a peaceful journey. The Word done told you that once you come into the body, that's your family. If one person in it got a problem, then we all got a problem. The Word done told. So let's walk in it. If you live in the Spirit, then walk in it. And then what'll happen?
Let us not be desirous of vainglory.
That's right, because you know what the Word done told you? Look up on each other. It's better than you are. Then you won't desire vainglory. That's how everybody want glory. Everybody want to be praised. But that attain to God. Go ahead.
Provoking one
So
another.
that's all it does. This is the end result of vainglory. Provoking one another,
Envying one another.
envying one. Now we got schisms and strife and contention. Go into 6 and 1. Go ahead.
Brethren,
Mm-hmm.
if
Yes, sir.
a man be overtaken in a fault,
Go ahead.
ye with your spirit
Go ahead and condemn him.
restore such a one in the spirit of meekness.
What's the problem?
Mhm.
That don't mean you ain't gonna slip and fall. He said, but if he do, he said, restore him in the spirit of meekness. Think about yourself. Come on now.
Considering thyself,
See? Go ahead.
lest thou also be tempted.
Uh-oh. So you ain't think about that. See how you handle people? It come back around. Lest you also be tempted. Go ahead.
Bear you one another's burden.
Come on now, this is rough. Look.
Hmm?
This tight. This the price of the Hebrew faith. It ain't for, it costs. You have to prove and show yourself worthy. You're trying to get salvation. You're trying to live in the kingdom. This ain't for free. Go ahead.
And so fulfill the law of Christ.
Huh? And if you do that, he said you'll fulfill the law of Christ, which is love thy neighbor as thyself. Love the Lord thy God with all their heart and their mind. Go ahead.
For if a man think himself to be something,
Every man does, yes.
when he is nothing,
You nothing. Go ahead.
he deceiveth himself.
You deceive. You don't even know you deceive, though. That's the bad part. Go ahead.
But let every man prove his own work.
Yes, sir.
And then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone, and not in another. For every man shall bear his own burden.
Come on now.
Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things.
Yes, sir.
Be not deceived. God is not mocked.
Not at all.
For whatsoever a man soweth,
Uh-huh.
that shall he also reap.
Look, wickedness just ain't coming to you because you righteous. You done sold some evil. You done sold some wickedness. It's just coming back around. That's Bible. Huh? Good ain't just coming to you for no reason. Huh? You done sold some good. It's coming back around. What you reap, that's the truth. What you sow is what you reap. So the reason it ain't no peace, what the Lord said, ain't no peace to the wicked. I wish I would let the wicked live in peace. You like a troubled sea. Why? Because that's what you sown. That's what you dished out. That's what you deserve. What else?
8. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption.
That's amen. Yes, sir.
But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting.
See, that ain't nothing better than that. Whatever little suffering we go through, that's what we need to keep our mind focused on. Go ahead.
And let us not be weary in well-doing.
That's right. We get tired. Because we can't last over here. We ain't built to last. We do good for a few weeks. After that, we done exercise all goodness in our body. Huh? You ready to faint? Huh? I gotta do some more. Man, you gotta keep going. That's why I said it's a marathon. This is a walk. You can run out there and start sprinting if you want to. You're gonna get tired. Go ahead.
For in due season we shall reap,
If,
we faint not.
but what if you faint? Well, you might not get to reap. Your labor might be in vain. What else?
As we have therefore opportunity,
What happened?
let us do good unto all men,
Who?
especially unto them who are of the household of faith.
See, I read all of them 9 verses to cap off with this. I really just wanted that one, but I just wanted to lead into it. He said, what again?
Especially unto them who are of the household of faith.
No, start at the top of verse 10.
As we have therefore opportunity,
So as the opportunity present itself, go ahead.
let us do good to all men,
Do good every chance you get. Go ahead.
especially
Especially to who?
unto them who are of the household of faith.
Especially to the ones that's the brother. The ones that's in the body. Every opportunity you get to do good to somebody that's in the body, you ought to be breaking your neck. Go ahead.
11. Ye see how large a letter I have written unto you with mine own hand.
Man, it must have been a necessity way back then too. Man, say I done wrote a large letter to you concerning these things, right? And we reading it now, but that's good. I don't want no more of that. Let me get one more spot. 1 John 3. Verse 11. First John 3. Verse 11. Go ahead.
For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning,
What you heard?
that we should love one another.
Look, this is the very basics. This is the essentials. It's the foundation of the faith. You heard this all the way from the beginning. Before you even knew about a Sabbath day, you heard this. What you heard?
That you should love one another.
Go ahead.
Not as Cain.
See? Oh, not that kind of love. You know, Cain and Abel was blood brothers. Cain had a strange kind of love, though. Go ahead.
who was of the wicked one,
Yes.
and slew his brother.
Why?
And wherefore slew he him?
What reason did Cain slay his brother?
Because his own works were evil.
See, you got the beam in you out, brother. Take out the one that's yours first before you worry about mine. Cain slew his own brother. Why? Because Cain's works was evil. He didn't want to take responsibility. He wanted to be accountable.
Mhm.
He had every opportunity to change. God told him. But, go ahead.
And his brother's righteous.
That's right. A lot of times that's why you be hating. Go ahead.
Marvel not, my brethren,
Mhm.
if the world hate you.
What you talking about?
We know that we have passed from death unto life, because we love the brethren.
See, that's how you look. If you confused, you want to know you're on the right track. You want to know if you don't pass from death to life. He said, "This is how we know." Like this ain't no confusion. This is how we know we don't pass from death to life. How? It's real simple. Go keep the Sabbath.
Because we love the brethren.
Now, I ain't saying don't keep the Sabbath. Don't twist my words.
Hmm?
But he's saying this is how you know. It's more than about that. Human interaction. If we love the brethren, go ahead.
He that loveth not his brother abideth in death.
See that? How do you know you don't love your brother? You a talebearer. You a bear false witness. You will hate him without a cause. You won't go and try to resolve the issue with meekness, right? These are ways you showing that you hate. So you ain't evil, but you just got a lot of evil ways. That's what the word is for. To iron it out. Now, if you find out that you still walk, you evil then. Go ahead, Kevin. What
15.
Yes, sir.
Whosoever hated his brother is a murderer.
You didn't know that? You ain't laid one hand on him. But in your mind, I really don't like that.
Blankety blank.
I cannot stand him. You hate him.
Mhm.
You equivalent to a murderer. That's deep.
Mhm.
You just like Cain. Go ahead.
And ye know that no murderer hath eternal life abiding in him.
You hear what he's saying, right? You ain't killed him. Because it's going to be your excuse on judge. Well, I ain't killed him. Oh, but you hated him the same. You said you love him, but you really hated him.
Mhm.
Pure heart, that's not a pure heart. God can't deal with it. If you don't have that pure heart, he can't deal with you. So you got to develop. Some stuff you got to let go. Forget and forgive. It's not worth losing salvation over. It's not worth burning. Go ahead.
16.
Mhm.
Hereby perceive we the love of God.
See, this is how we understand the love of God. Because God showed his love, right? Go ahead. How do he do that?
Because he laid down his life for us.
We agree.
And we are to lay down our lives
Oh, what?
for the brethren.
This is a misprint. What verse? What Bible is this? Let's say that in y'all Bible too. I have to give me a New King James. If you what?
If we lay down our lives for the brethren.
See, that's what it means. Love our neighbors ourselves. Individuals don't do that. What else?
But whoso hath this world's good, and seeth his brother have need, and shutteth up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of God in him?
How do God love dwelling? You see your brother got need. You see you have ability, and you sitting on it. Why would I bless you any further than that? You squandering the blessing. See, people don't know why God, if you in the truth, you don't know why God will allow you to get rich. It's not that you can consume it on your own lust. Remember, because that's where fighting and wars come from. You know how if he bless you to get rich, you know what it's for?
Further the kingdom.
He said to further the kingdom. Not to buy a Lamborghini. You could buy it, but you might be, anyway, keep rolling.
My little children.
Imagine how many people you can help with a Lamborghini, price of a Lamborghini. You can put some people up in houses. Over here, you can buy about a whole block. You hear me? On the price of one Lambo. Imagine your reward in the heavens, though. You done bought a whole block for the price of one thing. A one-time purchase, right? You would have bought that Lambo. You done bought a whole block of houses and then put the brother and the sister in it. Imagine the reward. See, but you know what? Man, that's for the people who seeking the kingdom first. My family, you know, we need that 6-bedroom house. It's 3 of us. We need that 4-car garage. Right? Too much. Go ahead.
My little children, let us not love in word.
What I'm saying is, you know, we need to start looking on stuff the way God look at stuff. Because we're going to be condemned. My little children. This is what I read all them verses to read there. I be doing that a lot, don't I? You some good stuff in these. Look, you not take a break. But go ahead and read. We like, yeah, work. Go ahead on lunch break. Come on. Verse 18.
Let us not love in word.
See, this is what we got. We great at this. You know, just like people say, I love the Lord. I love all my Savior, sweet baby Jesus in the manger. Right? I do it. They love in word, but their heart be far from them. So he's telling you this. Don't be like that with the brother. Don't be like that with the body. He said, let us not love in word only. What?
Neither in tongue.
That's with your mouth. Mouth and lip service. But
in deed
and
in truth.
Sincerity. Show it with your works. That's how we keep peace in the body. Go ahead.
19. And hereby we know that we are of the truth, and shall assure our hearts before him.
How?
For if our heart condemn us, God is greater than our heart.
What else?
Knoweth all things.
Yes. What verse you at?
21.
Go ahead.
Beloved, if our heart condemn us not, then have we confidence toward God.
That's right.
And whatsoever we ask, we receive of him, because we keep his commandments and do those things that are pleasing in his sight.
That's good. One more. Let me back up and read this one little thing right quick. Back up to the 2nd chapter. So I quoted this earlier, but I wanted to read it, and then we'll get out of here. Verse 15. Go ahead.
Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
What you mean?
If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
What's the other world?
For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes.
You know, they come in many different, you know, ways and, you know, through many different desires. It looks different for everybody, right? But he said, don't love that stuff, right? Go ahead.
And the pride of life is not of the Father,
but
is of the world.
Yes, sir.
And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof.
See, that's what's going to happen. The world going to pass away, and all the lust. Go ahead.
But he that doeth the will of God abideth forever.
The one that do the will of God, that's the one that's going to abide forever. That's the one that's going to be able to stand, right?